and I was doing research. I saw this. I was doing research in Swat in the northern area of Pakistan, and I saw this little kid on a tree, and I thought it was a good idea. I just thought, wow, there's this little kid and he's sitting on the tree, and why is he on the tree? So it just gave me an idea just to make a film, a very simple film as well. So then when I came back to England, I was completing boot polish at the time. I spoke to my writer and I said, you know what, I really want to make a film, a very simplistic film about a boy, and just, you know, maybe helping his brother out. And it was just a simple story about two brothers, one boy who actually goes around, you know, begging for clothes, and actually just helps his brother to go to school. So there's a little bit of a message in it to the end. And I'm a big fan of Sajid Ray, so the other film that I made was very, very glossy. It was a big film, and it was a very glossy film, and this was more intimate for me. It was a more personal film. So I went back and I shot that film in 3 days, and with a really good Pakistani crew as well, and that's how I ended up making Born in the Tree.
I like the kind of, it's interesting because like, you know, going from Marble Bridge, magicalness to in essence Pakistan, you know, in essence your heritage, which you're based where exactly?
I'm actually Manchester born.
You are Manchester, yeah, of course.
I mean, the thing is though, is because I actually filmed in Pakistan anyway, I've shot another film as well, which is I'm editing at this present time. And I think I've got the trailer up there. Is it? Do you want to just put that on? It's called.
We haven't got time.
2 seconds. It's just 30 seconds. 30 seconds. It's called.
Okay, go for it.
It just fits right in because what it was, I actually went to Pakistan, and the confident, arrogant sort of a bitch I am, I actually shot 3 films in one go. So pretty much I shot Boy in the Tree
in one day, one afternoon.
Basically, I had a production schedule. I shot The Boy in the Tree at the beginning. I did 3 days there, about 3 or 4 days there. Then I shot another film called Raksha Sawari, and then I actually shot Checkpost, which is a political drama, basically about a British documentary filmmaker getting shot in Pakistan. And I shot some of the scenes in the United States, obviously in Pakistan and in England as well, which I'm completing, and that's going to be
in terms of the sound, is there a bit of a common denominator between that sound and who's the sound person? Is he here?
He's a fantastic sound designer. Yeah, Andy's here, and what it is that when you film in Pakistan, you can't record good sound, to be honest with you. I mean, I've filmed 3 films now in Pakistan, and you have terrible sound, so you actually have to come back and actually reconstruct the whole sound, do the whole Foley and everything. But music is really important for films. Any new filmmakers here, you have to really start thinking about your music, because look at the previous film now, you know, it was a magical film, the music sets up the film, and I actually understand the relationship between music and film. I mean, there was no dialogue in The Boy in the Tree, but because it had actually the right music for the film, it actually gives you kind of like the right emotions, and you can manipulate your audience and actually tell them how to feel as well. And I mean, The Boy in the Tree is more our house in a way. It's a different film. Checkpost, and there's a fella. Are you there? This guy's he works for the BBC. Fella there, the guy with the glasses. He's actually in Checkpost as well. So I'm glad that you're here. So yeah, basically The Boy in the Tree was more of a personal film for me. You know, I wanted to make a film that was completely different from the other previous films that I actually made. And plus I wanted to show to people and to new filmmakers that you don't need thousands of pounds to make a film. I went with a camera, basically I had 2 production assistants, I had 2 crane and dolly assistants, and I actually shot the entire film myself in 3 days. You just got to use your brain. You know, there's a lot of people that have a lot of excuses, and they always say, well, I've got no money and I can't make a film and I can't do this and I can't do that. You know, there's two types of filmmakers. There's exceptional filmmakers that have got balls and go out and do something, and there's another type of filmmaker that will sit and make a film with just, you know, a few actors and just play it safe. Look how many locations were on there. You know, you don't have the fear of actually thinking that you can't make a film. And if you really want to know the production budget for that was about 900 quid. How much? 900 pounds. And look at it. And it looks far better than what it is from here, because it just seems to be saturated, you know, the colour. But that film was about, I went with about £3.5 grand and I shot 3 films. So, and I know if I wanted to shoot a film in England as well, I'd probably do the same thing. It's all to do with your brain and how talented you are. If you've got a good script and you've got the heart to make a film, you'll make it. You know, and I'm a personal believer of that. I know there's a lot of filmmakers that start putting this thing of like, oh, you know, I've not got no money. You know what? You need a good cameraman. If you're not got a good cameraman, learn to do the camera. You know, and learn all. Why do we make short films? We make short films so we can learn. You know, so even if you make mistakes, who cares? But you know, you should try your best to learn all the aspects of making film, and then from there just go on with it. And that's how I did it with the Barney Tree. I'm great anyway, as arrogant as I am. I'll give it another minute. Go on. You know, I could talk for England, but I think you need to have inner confidence. You really need to have inner confidence. If you don't have that, then you're not really going to get anywhere. And people ever ask me, I say I'm great. You know, you've got to have that confidence to do what you want to do. And
on that note, I'm going to open the floor up a little bit. Any questions, please?
You're the man, aren't you? Right, this guy's great. When you use those type of instruments, sarangi, santoor, it's melody. Yeah. So pretty much, you know, when you use those type of instruments, it's just playing it just with the emotions. It's a different instrument, and obviously it's kind of like a sitar. So you obviously just go with it, and then you just go with the feelings and emotions. When I shot the film, I kind of knew that I needed really good music. It took me a little bit of time to get the right person to do the right music, and then once I got the right person in, that was it. And
that's when you got back, obviously.
When I got back, yeah, I started editing it, and then obviously I brought someone in who just did it about 2 weeks ago, so it's completely finished now, and he's a brilliant composer as well, in Manchester based as well.
Sweet. Another question, please.
What's your end goal for the film?
Boy the Trade. That, to be honest with you, I mean, obviously it will do its festival circuit, you know, but I'm very, even though the way I look, right, I'm very big on human rights, and obviously to do with stories that, I mean, look, I'm not here to preach no more, but if you look at the film, if you go back home and realise that how fortunate you are, then I've done something, you know. And to be honest with you, these were not actors, these were real people. They lived there. They lived in that village, and they are real people. So really, I just wanted to show, you know, people that probably don't get to see that type of cinema and actually understand that how fortunate we are. We complain about a lot in life, and then when you go and see how people live their lives as well, then it makes you realise how fortunate we are. And really, that's really what it was. I just wanted to make a film that will probably just touch people's hearts. I'm not here to, you know, preach to you or anything like that. I just want people to see another side of the world. And plus Pakistan, we get a lot of bad press as it is anyway, you know, so this is Sajid Ray I'm a big fan of Sajid Ray. If anybody's not heard of Sajid Ray, I'm going to go and watch some of his films. Okay, he's brilliant. And he makes films that actually tell stories about people, real lives. And that in The Boy in the Tree, I actually just wanted to make a film about a day in the life about somebody, you know, and pretty much that's how it's come out. A little bit cinematic, but that's it.
Sweet. One more, please. One more.
He's got a point. I mean, I did a documentary called Waiting for Sunrise, and that went around basically schools. What I do, I test it on my nephews. I test some of my films when I'm editing, and I go, well, do you understand it? What's happening? You know, and it's a very visual film anyway. There's no dialogue in it. So. Yeah, there is a message on that. Education, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I never went to uni, I never went to film school, I've got no qualifications whatsoever, so I've got no room to talk, but I know how important education is though, you know, and I think in third world countries, you need, you know, educate, you know, people don't even get the opportunity to actually even learn. So really, the boy didn't actually go to school, his brother got him the books and he actually learned it. And there is a little message in that. It's basically really what I wanted to say to everyone is that whatever you've got in your life, whatever dream you have, you know, you can accomplish it if you try your best or if you do it. There's going to be problems, you know, you're going to have ups and downs in life, but if you work really hard and you do something, you will achieve your goals, you know, and that's it.
On that note, nice one, thank you.